Having got the roof on and the blocks up obviously, it's now time to turn to how we're insulating the outside walls. And this is a slightly unusual way of doing it, which we've developed over a few years on a number of projects, which I think works actually very, very well. Now, the whole building sits on a polystyrene tray that's about 300 millimeters wide, and that's so that no part of the structure touches the ground. Now, the job we've got is to continue that insulation in a continuous layer up around onto the roof so that the whole building is completely wrapped. And the way that we're looking to do that is we've brought 150 mil of a higher performance polystyrene insulation up here. And then we are sitting timber I-beams onto the outside. Now these are Styco timber I-beams, and the reason that they're so clever is they're made up of almost waste material from the timber industry, sort of chips or laminated pieces of wood. This is actually wood pulp, wood fiber that's bonded together under pressure to form into a board. These are laminated, these are kind of skimmed down bits of wood glued back together to make a very strong unit like this. Now, what's amazing about it is it's light. Two people can pick up a 13-meter length of this, which if it was solid timber would be incredibly heavy. It's also very dimensionally stable. It doesn't warp or bend, so they're really straight, which is so important when you're trying to use a wide section like this over this kind of length. So not only can you move them, they're nice and straight. And because of the way that they're built, with this thin web connecting these two outer sort of structural flanges, if you like, very little heat is lost down this connecting piece of wood. So if all of this is insulation, you're getting really small amounts of heat loss through that insulation layer, and that's what we're trying to achieve as much as we can. And with a 240 mil cavity, full filled with a carbon activated polystyrene bead, we're looking at a U value of about 0.13, 0.12. So it's pretty good. So yes, it's a bit bonkers that you've got a concrete block wall and then you're building a sort of a timber frame over the top of it. Outside of that will sit stone. But what it allows us to do is to create a completely enclosed volume. You can see over there that it's being boarded up with a highly breathable, formaldehyde-free MDF. And these voids are then blown with polystyrene bead, carbon activated. So again, the black polystyrene bead is blown in under very high pressure so that all of these little nooks and crevices are completely filled, right? As soon as that's blown, we cover with a waterproofing membrane and then this Cavshore black kind of membrane to allow us to put stonework. And the reason we go to all of that effort is that by blowing the insulation, we get really good fill here. There's no gaps or voids to allow thermal bypass, either gaps in the insulation to allow heat through. And secondly, it means that we keep it completely dry, clean, clear, wrapped up and out of the weather so that the stonework can come up over a number of months. The way that's traditionally done is you would have a block wall, cavity ties, stick a load of insulation there and then build up a stone wall on the outside, or have a second skin of block and then the stone. And that means the whole time that you're building up, rain is coming in and degrading the insulating properties of the insulation in this void. So this system allows us to create a void and fill it and keep it completely dry and out of the weather in one hit. And I think it works. I mean, it does really work from our experience on other projects.